Good evening, everybody. It's nice to have you here in person in the building. Welcome to our National Honor Society induction ceremony and our service awards. For those of you who may not know me, I don't know how many that is, but my name is Rick Gibson and I am the principal of the high school, and it's my pleasure to take some time tonight to honor the students who've used their gifts in service to others. And we begin with the more formal National Honor Society induction.
Couple extra little things you gotta do before you get started with stuff. Welcome this evening to... Is it on? There we go. Welcome to our National Honor Society induction ceremony tonight. My name is Mr. Wine. I'm the National Honor Society advisor, and this is my group here tonight of new inductees. You'll get to meet them in just a little bit. National Honor Society membership is one of the highest honors that can be awarded to a high school student. The National Honor Society as a group here in the United States works hard to bring the accomplishment of outstanding students, high school students, to the attention of parents, teachers, peers, and their community. Chapters in more than 20,000 high schools across our nation strive to give practical meaning to the Society's goal of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. The candle which is lit in the middle represents the Society's torch of knowledge. The torch and the light it gives has become the symbol of learning. This torch of knowledge has the power to direct and lead each seeker down incredible paths of adventure and opportunity. The torch of knowledge is flanked by unlit candles representing scholarship, leadership, character, and service. These are the four main considerations for selection. No student is inducted based solely on his or her academic accomplishments or upon any one of these considerations. So when we do our selection, these guys, you probably know this, they go through the process of filling out that application, and we are looking for them to have done things in all of those main categories of that application. And the group before us today satisfied all of our desires in those areas, and now the National Honor Society seeks to recognize those students who excel in all of those areas. Students, today the emblem of the National Honor Society will be yours from this day forward, and it should make you proud. All that is good from your God-given talents and efforts, all that you have and that which you seek, must always be then paid forward and shared with others. Membership is more than an honor. It incurs a responsibility and an obligation to demonstrate those ideals in all of your daily endeavors. Membership also carries responsibility to the chapter. If your chapter of the National Honor Society is to succeed and be effective and meaningful, each member must become and remain involved, upholding the ideals by which you were selected. So as we move forward then tonight, I'd like to introduce our current National Honor Society president, and that position is being filled this year by Ali Kam, and she will address the group.
Good evening. I'd like to welcome all of the parents, students, faculty, staff, and especially our new National Honor Society members here tonight. My name is Alison Kam, and for the past year, I have had the privilege to serve as the president of National Honor Society at St. Croix. Tonight, I have the honor of introducing the newest members into our chapter. Not just anyone can become a part of the National Honor Society. To be accepted, the individual must be accomplished in 4 main criteria: scholarship, service, leadership, and character. The most basic requirements for achieving the scholarship standard include attending St. Croix Lutheran for 3 consecutive semesters and maintaining a grade point average of 3.25 or higher. However, the students who sit here before you have achieved much more than that. Not only have they excelled in their own work, but they are also leaders in the classroom and are dedicated to helping their fellow students. Sometimes the help comes in an encouraging, motivating comment. Sometimes it comes in the form of a quick tutoring session for a student who needs it. These students shine academically, not just in their own right, but in helping others to succeed in the classroom as well. Not surprisingly, these students do not limit their service to only the classroom. They have found ways to use their time and God-given talents in our school, in their congregations, and in their community. Perhaps what matters most about these NHS members is not so much what you can see with your eyes, but what you cannot see, a heart of service that lies behind everything that they do. It's that heart of service that brings about these events and countless more nearly every day. What a blessing they have been to so many. You can be proud of this group because they are leaders. It is not just a title or a label or something, but something they take care to demonstrate in and out of the classroom. What leaders do. They motivate, they encourage, they bring out the best in those around them. They don't run from a challenge, but embrace it. They look for ways to lead and then do it. And it's all for the good of someone else. We are proud to have this group of leaders join us tonight. Most importantly, they are of the highest character. They live as Christian examples for others. As Matthew 5:16 states, "In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven." The new inductees go above and beyond in scholarship, service, leadership, and character. I have the utmost confidence in their qualities, attitudes, and will. It is my hope that these students will benefit from their membership in the National Honor Society, and that through it, they may learn that they can make a positive difference in others' lives as well as in their communities. I want to thank all of the current members of NHS for everything that they have done this year. You have all led by example and served others immensely. I especially want to thank my outstanding Vice President, Catherine Beekman. You've taught me so much, and I know that I could not be leaving NHS in more capable hands. Thank you all for this amazing opportunity, and may you glorify God with your scholarship, service, leadership, and character.
Thank you, Allie. What we're going to have now is 4 of our current members are just going to give a short description of what each of those 4 cornerstone pieces for selection, what's the meaning behind that, just so we have an opportunity to hear a little bit more detail in those. And I believe, Catherine, you're up first.
Scholarship. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life, which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
Service. My office is service. Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or without recognition is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow.
Character. Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each of us our individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is the force of character that guides one through life and when once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved, not received. It is a product of constant action, striving daily to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality with what we wish to appear to others. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
Leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking the initiative in class and school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a substantive charge to teach to each of our members.
Thank you. Those of you who may be new to the National Honor Society, there's a couple events that National Honor Society is responsible for every year around school. And this spring, we were actually, after the whole COVID thing, we were actually able to host a kind of impromptu blood drive, and it went very, very well. And the current members are the ones that help out with that, so when they're talking about sacrifice, a bunch of our kids give up most of their day, get out of class, sacrifice, but give up most of their day to come and help with blood drive. And they do all kinds of things from the canteen at the end with the refreshments, and the registration on the other end as they're getting people in and registered and cleared, and this year with the temp checking and all of that stuff. And then also being with the donors at the bedside as they stand and kind of talk to them, keep their mind off of what's going on. And some of them actually race a little bit to the donors to encourage them to the blood to flow a little sooner, faster. I was disappointed this year because I ended up in third place. I got beat by 2 of my own students. So that's one of the things that we do yearly, and we do that hopefully in a normal year. We'll do that twice a year. And then we also do in the community out here, we have this stretch of Oakdale. It goes from here down to Southview and then back on both sides. So we have a big chunk of Oakdale that we keep cleaned up for the community, and it's always kind of cool as we do that. You know, the neighborhood people are honking their horns and waving, and they show a lot of appreciation for what we're able to do in the community. So it's good stuff that these guys do. What we're going to do next here is we're going to hand out certificates, and hopefully I have them in the right order, both there and here. I'm going to stand here in the corner, and I'll read their name. I'll shake their hand here and hand them the certificate, and then Mr. Gibson is also going to congratulate them on that side. You guys good? Okay, stand up a row at a time. There we go. Okay, Ella, Avery. Nora Burkholz. Emma Blomquist is not here tonight. Reese Collins. Hannah Dang is not here tonight. Sophia Enter. Okay, the second row. Rachel Fisher. Ella Freeberg. Elena Grawl. Elena Grawl. Addison Hackbarth. Mia is not here tonight. Yes, no, no, Mia? Okay, here we go. Mia Lawrence. Isla Little. And Peyton Nicoli. Third row. Okay, Haley Orvik is not here tonight. Okay, let's see what's. Let's see, we got some messed up here. Hayden Hackbarth, where are you? Why don't you just step aside, Hayden, and we need to go. Yeah, why don't you two step out? There we go. Kaylee Rao, I'm sorry. Sam Schaefer. Anna Schmink. Wyatt Steer. Emily Wygand. Rachel Wyganowski. Now, let's see. Aiden Hackbarth. Congratulations. There we go. Lavina Baumler. Hannah Martin Hack. And Fabrizio Ucia. Why don't you give this new group a big round of applause? Congratulations, guys. So now we're going to light the individual candles. So find a candle. And Catherine and Allie will come to the end of the rows. Please dip the unlit candle into the lit candle. Okay, would you guys stand, please, and grab your pledge?
Let's read together the personal pledge for the National Honor Society. We read together. By my selection for membership in the National Honor Society, it shall be my earnest purpose to give my time and energy toward the promotion of all school activities. I will strive to be at all times a model student and will never knowingly bring reproach upon my school. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of this society for which I have been selected, striving in every way to maintain and encourage exemplary standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. You may extinguish your candles, but don't extinguish the flame that represents the National Honor Society.
Thank
Again,
you.
let's welcome them.
Yep. You guys may be seated. Just kind of a note here. Typically, we would have that whole section filled with National Honor Society people. We have, including these guys now, we have 74, I think I counted. So that's a big chunk of our student body that's involved in the National Honor Society. And typically now what we do is we recognize the seniors, and I'm going to ask our seniors to represent the seniors. So stand up. And you can see the list of seniors on the board. I think I counted 32 of them all together. These guys have served, many of them, since they were sophomores, and have taken part in many of the activities that we are responsible for here around the school. And there we go. I must have bumped it. That we're responsible for here around the school, and we thank them for their leadership and their willingness to serve. That's the thing that really sticks out in my mind every year when I do this. But this group, they've gone through something a lot of other groups didn't have to face, and they were always willing to step up. So thank you, and pass that along to your classmates. At this point, then, we're going to continue with our other recognitions tonight.
As we go through the rest of the evening, when an organization has been introduced by someone and we recognize the students, we ask those that are here, and this is typical not just of this evening, but almost every time that we do this, that many of the students are involved in other after-school activities. Often we can actually see some of them playing softball or baseball right out there besides other things that they're doing. But if you are in the building and it's an organization or a service that you are part of, please stand at that until we move on to the next. So you'll see your names. The first group that we want to recognize are chapel musicians. We have chapel every day, and that means that we have music every day in chapel. And sometimes, because it's daily and because there's different speakers at each chapel, the music has to be decided on within a day or two, either because of the theme or because the chapel speaker decides, oh, I would just love this song. And these students have to be agile in preparing for that. This year we chose not to have the entire group sing in chapel, which meant that we needed singers every day to provide the music that the students were hearing, and the students have stepped up. And so you see the students who are our chapel musicians. They're either keyboardists or guitarists or vocalists, and they provide an extra measure of joy as we're worshiping here each day. So let's give a round of applause for our chapel musicians. Did I get any of them to stand up? All right, way to go. All right. So, Mr. Wine, you want to do the chapel technicians? You and I are both involved in that, but
And there's a number of faculty that's involved in that too. There we go. There's a number of faculty that's involved in that, but our student technicians really are important for us because they come in on a daily basis. Reese, go ahead and stand. Tyler Goldberg is the other one. They're here every day. They're back there at the board, at the sound board. One of them, I believe that's Reese, you're running the sound in the house. Okay, Reese is running the sound in the house every day, and Tyler runs the sound on the stream. And I don't know what they do, and that's okay with me right now, but they do a great job. So give them a big round of applause. We appreciate their work.
Mr. Marquardt.
I'm Mike Marquardt, and I direct the Croyliers. The Croyliers are selected through a pretty rigorous process. They have to audition and display superior musicianship. They also have to display outstanding character and leadership ability, because what we need them to do is represent St. Croix. Represent St. Croix and their Savior to the area congregations and to the community and beyond. And so it's a pretty big job that they have, and they are active throughout the year, twice a week with rehearsals and singing at area congregations. And I think they would probably say that the work that they do at their area congregations is probably the most meaningful work that they do. And especially this year, where a lot of congregations haven't been able to have choir participate in their congregations, and we were able to bring that to them in a pretty safe way and in a way that brings glory to God. So we've been very happy for that opportunity to do that, and they've been doing a great job with that. So we've got some Croyliers here, so would you please stand up? Thank you very much for your work this year.
Miss Biedenbender.
Hello, everyone. I'm Anna Biedenbender. I'm the admissions counselor here at SCLA, and I just wanted to quickly say thank you to our Crusader guides. You'll see them start to come up on the screen. These students served as hosts for prospective students that came in and experienced what a day is like here at SCLA. They also served as mentors to incoming transfer students throughout the year. So they are a huge resource for students who are coming in and who are thinking about coming to SCLA. So huge thank you to all of them. I think a few are here, or so maybe they don't want to stand up. Can you stand up? Thank you. So thank you guys so much for the way you've represented both your school and your Savior. It's much appreciated.
All right, good evening, everyone. I'm Kristen Lehman. I'm the Mandarin teacher here and also work with the international program. And one thing that I do mainly with the dorm students is take them volunteering once a week. Typically, we go to Southview Acres, just down the road from here, where it's a senior community center, or a senior living facility, and we play games with them and do other activities. We weren't able to do that this year, but I was able to find a volunteer opportunity last fall, going to like a food bank where we would pack food that was given to school-age children. So that was still a nice volunteer opportunity for the students to have. I don't think any of them are here tonight, but let's give them a hand. All right, and I'm also in charge of the Global Leadership Team, which is a group of about 14 American and international students, and they just really have a passion for bringing together the different cultures here at school. They are a big part of the mentor program, which I'll talk about a little later. but they plan activities, especially for the new international students every year, and just really try to make them feel welcome here at St. Croix. I think a few of you are here. Do you want to stand up? Global leaders?
I'm Pastor Dave Heapner. I'm going to interrupt Kristen. She'll be right back in a moment. But I'm just going to talk a little bit about the homeroom leaders. Our homeroom program is set up so that we have freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors in each of our homerooms. And then we ask the upperclassmen if they're willing to serve as leaders, student leaders in each of those. And we have a number of them that you'll see listed on the screen. I said upperclassmen, but we do have one sophomore, so Ella is here, so Ella can stand. And then any juniors that are here, if you'll also stand as homeroom leaders. And eventually seniors that are here as homeroom leaders as well. You'll see their names on the board. Thank you for all the work that you did. Kind of an interesting year as we had different things that we did, but appreciate the work that you did on behalf of the students. Thank you.
All right, I'm back. I have one more. So the International Mentors is a group of American students who help the international students during their first year at St. Croix here. Just really try to be a friend to them and a mentor to them. We have different activities that we do together every month. So this year was a little smaller group of incoming international students, but we still had a really wonderful group of American mentors who were good friends to them when they really needed just to have a helping hand and a supportive system in this, in their first year here. So I know I have a few American mentors here. Do you want to stand up? Nice job, everyone.
Hi there, I'm Lorna Kapanke. The next group that we want to show our thankfulness towards and acknowledge are the peer tutors. The peer tutors are a group of student volunteers across the age range at St. Croix that serves their fellow students who might be in need of academic support in any level class, just with reinforcement and reteaching and encouragement and confidence building. I find that this group can best be described as just a how can I help kind of group of people. A lot of times I find they identify the need and come to me first before I even track them down. And when I do send out an all call for help, I'm always really impressed with the response that I get. So I know I speak for the students on the receiving end of the tutoring and their parents as well when I just really offer appreciation and thankfulness for the work that they do. It really does make a difference in the lives of our students. So if you are a tutor, please stand up. Okay, thank you.
Hello, my name is Chris Mackey, and the volunteer group that I coordinate is the STREAM team, which has come in pretty clutch this year. For a variety of reasons. Anyway, we bring to you daily chapels, concerts. We have 2 concerts coming up in the next few weeks that we're going to be live streaming, as well as basketball games. I don't know if any of you have listened, but we also have some pretty great commentators as well that bring some entertainment to those that are watching. So I know a couple of them are here. Yeah, I have Peyton and Rachel. Let's give them a round, please.
This time of year is a very busy time for our student council and for the faculty advisors to the student council, busy enough that neither of them are here. So they've written something for me to acknowledge the students. The first one is the Student of the Month. And Mr. Kaiser writes this: each month, the teachers are asked to nominate students for Student of the Month. When making nominations, the teachers look for the following: a student who reflects the love of their Savior Jesus in their words and actions, positive Christian leadership both in and out of the classroom, a dedication to his or her education by having a strong work ethic, involvement in student life and in extracurricular activities, and someone who is a positive influence on the student body by having a positive attitude and demonstrating a Christ-like servant attitude. So the teachers will nominate students. Typically, we teachers see each month a list of 5 to 10 names, and you'd like to vote for all of them. That's the quality of these students. But we pick one each month, and you see them here. And do we have any of them here? If you are, stand. The students of the month are welcomed here in chapel whenever they're announced by student council. And Mr. Kaiser and Mrs. Hillstrom are, as I said, the advisors to student council. Here's what Mrs. Hillstrom has to say. What a year for student council. The whole student council worked together in a time of COVID to unite the school community by focusing on inclusiveness and to deal with the challenges very unique to this school year. By creating fun events like the Fall Fest, to Christmas activities, to ending the year with an all-school carnival, everything was geared to bring normality to a unique school environment. The executive team are awesome leaders using the digital world to communicate special messages and announcements that all could view and experience. This is a dedicated group of students that did a great job balancing many activities when uncertainty was the norm, not the exception. And I have to speak as principal. Each year I work with that executive team too to carry out things that maybe are just necessary for that year or something I want to do special, even though they may have other things that they're planning, and they work with me well. And any faculty member or principal in any high school will tell you that how the senior class goes is how your school goes, and how the senior class goes is depend on the senior leaders. And this group of senior leaders is no exception to that rule. It's why we've had such a great year despite the different things that we've had. It's been a pleasure from Mrs. Hillstrom to advise and support them this year. Congratulations to the student council members. Anybody here? Okay. Thank you. I'm waiting. I like to see them. So, we are happy that you are here tonight. We are glad that you could make it. Sorry that you were a little blinded by the light. We never, when we plan this, well, first of all, we don't know if the sun's going to be out. But each year at this time, it's not exactly the same where the sun's going down. The very first wedding that we ever had here, the bride and groom stood here, and in an October wedding at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the sun perfectly shined through that window right on them. I kept wanting the pastor to sort of go like this and block that out. But I love the light in the building anyway. So thank you very much. Have a good evening. Congratulations to all of our students. Thank you for your service. And parents, thank you for your children.